So welcome back to the course, guys. Now when you have a better understanding on who you are competing with in your marketplace, then we are going to figure out how you can be different. What can you do to stand out from your competitors to get this competitive edge over all of your competitors so that you can run the market yourself? So in this video, we're going to figure out just that. How can you be different? Let's dive into the video. So in the resources, you can find this template, download it and go to page number 6 where it says brand differentiator, a long word, but it's basically on how you can be different than your competitors in order to get more customers and more business to your business and brand. So let's dive into the video. So in the last video, we talked about on how to research competitors, how to find them and what to look for. In this video, we're going to research or have a look at how you can be different. So what differs you from your competitors? So if you're looking at this, like the last example, you're having a taxi company and you're having your taxi company. Now, what can make you different from this taxi company? That is what you would like to figure out. Maybe you already are having something that differs you from that company. But what differs you from your competitors is what you do want to figure out. So what different that adds value can you do? So do you have the best quality of your products, or maybe you are targeting a wider age group, or maybe you're targeting like females only, maybe you're targeting males only. But what that adds value to your market can you do? That is a hard question, but we're going to figure out a little bit more in depth in this video on how you can think about this. So let's move on. So what should you look for? Well, what to look for would be who your competitors are. Hopefully you already know that. If not, this is the lesson. You have to figure that out because it's the best way to understand on how to make your brand different to your competitors. So who are your competitors? And also, how are they naming themselves? When they're speaking about themselves, what are they talking about? Hey, we have the best quality, we have the best pricing, we dominate the market, etc., or the brand name. How are they naming themselves? How are they speaking about themselves? You need to look for that as well. And then what products/services are they selling? What types of products or services are they selling, and how can you be different in that market? What markets and categories are they within? Like, we're going to go over a few examples a little bit later so you get a much better understanding about this, but this is just for you to be creative. What markets and categories are they within, and how can you be in a different types of market, or rather a category within that market? Have you ever thought about it? Maybe you're selling this very same product and you're very excited about it, but how can you make that a little bit different from your competitors? And then how and where do they market themselves? What types of media do they use? Do they use mostly like social media? Maybe they are in a podcast. Maybe they're mentioned in a blog. Maybe they are on billboards. How are they marketing themselves? And rather not where are they marketing themselves, only how are they marketing themselves? Are they funny in their marketing campaigns, or are they serious? Are they short and sweet? Are they minimalistic in their approach when they are marketing themselves, only maybe facing the products? Or are they like trying to, like I said, a little bit more humoristic with their approach to their potential customers? How and where are they marketing themselves? Now also, who are their targeted customers? Are they like your direct competitors, or are they your indirect competitors like we were talking about in the last video? But who are they targeting with their products? And how can you make that different to your advantage? You don't want to be different just because you do want to be different, because then maybe you have no customers to sell to. But think about this question: who are their targeted customers and how can you be different? Then we're having, how do they price themselves? Are your competitors of a high pricing point, or are they having a mid-range, or are they like a budget brand? And how can you be different in that manner? Maybe you can be different when it comes to pricing. You can be the same, but you have a higher quality standard, or you're raising your prices to make it more premium. How can you be different? Look for that. And then find the gap. You always would like to find the gap in the marketplace. So what are brands not doing good that you can be professional at, so that you will be the brand, the business, the product, the services that people are going to when it comes to this niche or category. So there are different ways to differentiate yourself when it comes to branding and when it comes to your business rather. So here are some examples. First off, the price. You can race to the bottom with your price, and a lot of companies are going out of business doing this very exact strategy. So don't do that. If a company is selling a product very, very cheaply and you feel like, okay, the only chance I have here is to lower my price, maybe that will work for you if you're having maybe a manufacturer which is very, very cheap. Maybe you're selling physical products, and then it might be a good strategy. You still have to make profit. You still have to put food on your table and roof over your head. So, but you can do it with pricing. And then quality, of course. You can do it with the service level. Maybe you're having a premium support service, or maybe you don't. Like me and Robin, inside of this course, we are having a premium support service, which means that any of your questions will be answered within 24 hours. So that is what makes us different to a lot of other instructors on this platform. And then we're having delivery. Now, delivery method, it can be you're having a 2-day delivery service, or the way you're delivering your products or services can also be like everything from packaging to like everything really. We're going to go over some examples in the next video so you get a better understanding here. And then we're having the design. How are you designing your products and services, or maybe logos and brand differently than your competitors? Are you more like gender neutral brands, so you're having blacks and maybe grays and such colors, or are you more vibrant colored brand? Or your design basically. Who are you speaking to? Who are your targeted customers? It's a lot that goes into this, but how can you be different to your competitors? And then we're having the market. How can you market yourself in a different way? Maybe you are more fun than your competitors. Maybe they're very stiff and all into business and this and this and that should be done, etc. And you would like to be, a little bit more joyful and spreading a little bit humor, but still be professional. So how can you be different with your marketing? Or it can also be with your marketing channels to do. And then also the types of customers. You can be different here as well. You can twitch your product a little bit from your competitors so that you are going into a little bit more narrow market, maybe a more like direct niche market. So think about that as well. So think about this, and in the next video we are going to go over examples, real examples, so you get a better understanding on how you can differentiate yourself from your competitors. Let's dive into the next video. See you there.